Hello and welcome to another probably not so short video with me, Christian Rauchenwald. Today we're going to talk about GDPR and other European regulations. Now, before we get into that, keep in mind it can be very complicated and frustrating to deal with stuff like this. I want to, for legal reasons, quickly point out, this is not legal advice or anything like that. It just reflects my personal opinion on all of these matters. If you want to be 100% certain, I recommend the lawyers agency WBS Law in Berlin, Germany. They are specialized on e-commerce and international e-commerce law. Although be aware they charge roughly €300 per hour. So it's going to be an expensive endeavor if you want to be on the safe side. You may find cheaper options, but those are the ones I worked with previous clients over the years, who actually never let me down and really came up with great advice, because not every lawyer can provide you with great advice. You have lawyers specialized on divorce. So you also have lawyers, attorneys specialized on international e-commerce law and stuff like that. And WBS would be one of those lawyers. I'm quickly going to switch to screen where you see their full name, Wilde Beuger Solmecke, Rechtsanwälte, so lawyers in Berlin. The website is wbs-law.de for Germany. I'm not sure how capable they are dealing with English audiences, but from past experiences working with them with Austrian and German companies to get them safe for their international ventures, I actually can recommend them highly if you have the budget to afford them. Now, I'm not going to share a lot of screens here because we're just going to talk about, again, my opinion, not legal advice, about how GDPR affects things. Yeah. So when you use Clickfunnels, one of the biggest benefits, Clickfunnels focus on email marketing. Now, there's one huge difference between Europe and the rest of the world. Within Clickfunnels, you're taught to capture the email address on the squeeze page and then just happily start mailing people whatever you want to email them. Well, within Europe, that doesn't work like this. You need to have proof of consent. So there is a procedure, it's called the double opt-in, meaning the first email people get from you doesn't contain any marketing at all, no social media links, no nothing. It's basically just your legal required imprint, your company information, plus a text that says you opted in on this page. Please confirm you opt in. If you did not do this and somebody else added you to this list, just ignore the email. And only if they click on that stupid link or button to confirm their subscription, you are allowed to start sending your follow-up campaigns. Now, here's the huge downside to this. If you have, for example, let's say you have a squeeze page with something they want and you have an offer that for some reason they don't like, yeah, and then they close the window, yeah, and if you deliver, then we're going to get to the topic back again in a second because there's another tricky situation, yeah. If you deliver the ebook to them and then they don't like the second content, they are most likely not going to confirm the subscription. Why should they? They already looked at your offer, they don't like it. So you do not get your chance to convince them in your second, third, fourth email why they should buy, why it's great for them. So your results will be I would estimate 50% less, maybe even more, compared to marketing outside of Europe, yeah, which really will make a difference in terms of your average cart value and how much you can actually spend to acquire a customer. Now, another thing is whenever people subscribe to a newsletter, and it's nothing else. If you have a follow-up campaign, it's a newsletter. It's not one email they get to deliver the ebook. It's a series of emails they get. You need to mention that. So your button legally has to be called either subscribe, or in German there's two words abonnieren and order bestellen. Yeah, so it's subscribe to the newsletter or order the newsletter. And there is no other way to phrase it. You cannot have an email field that says, yes, I want the free ebook now. Yeah. So that alone would mean if you would target Europe and outside of Europe with the same funnel, your results outside of Europe will also suffer, because you cannot use the great clickbaity or incentivizing button texts, yeah, and close to the button, not somewhere down below in the footer, but really easily readable for people. It needs to mention that they are subscribing to a recurring newsletter, and it needs to mention that they can unsubscribe at any time. And it's not enough to mention that you have a unsubscribe link within your email. No, you actually need to mention, and you can unsubscribe at any time here, and you need to set up a funnel step that removes them from the list. So they can go to this page and they enter their email address and they click like unsubscribe, and then maybe it triggers a confirmation. Are you sure that you want to unsubscribe? And where they can click to confirm the unsubscribe. And that also needs to be in place. There's like, so you see, only from this perspective, A, your results will be worse because of the text you're forced to use. And B, you need to create a separate funnel step, meaning like also a separate follow-up automation. Like when they go to this funnel step, enter the email, you need to send them a confirm unsubscribe link, which means you need another thank you funnel step for you have been successfully unsubscribed. Yeah. So that's like only the additional work. Now it gets even worse within Europe, because one of the things that's very common, that what makes funnels work so great, is you use old prices or relative value. Like you say, this book is valued at $1,000, but you get it for 17. Yeah. Well, within Europe, it's been regulated. If you use old prices or something similar like this, like for example, I don't know, like let's say this t-shirt cost $50 and now it's on sale for 25. Yeah. You would only be allowed to write, instead of $50, only 25 for 4 weeks. After 4 weeks, the $25 become the regular price, and you're not allowed to reference any old higher price anymore. Yeah. So meaning one of the biggest advantages why funnels work really great, by showing value and the discount people get, you're not allowed to use for longer than 4 weeks, and it needs to be realistic prices. For example, I've seen people using ebooks that are available for, or books that you then get digitally, that you could buy on Amazon for $7, but within their funnels, they mention they have a value of $30. Yeah, that would not be legal within Europe. You are only allowed to use like the let's say average price of the item, or the recommended sales price of the manufacturer, or the wholesale company you buy it from. Yeah, you cannot just attach any number to it, which is what you usually do within your funnels outside of Europe. Yeah. So your results on your sales page when you build your offer will also suffer, because you're theoretically not allowed to use it like that. We do not stop there. The order page that you have within ClickFunnels, let's stay with the t-shirt. Yeah, like within Europe, every customer before placing an order has to clearly see like the summary of the products with all their major attributes. So in terms of t-shirt, they need to see a summary table that shows color, fabric, like it's like 99% cotton and 1% whatever, yeah, and size, and whatever else is a major attribute for this product. Yeah, like if it's something in the bottle, it needs to mention how many milliliters are in the bottle and stuff like that. It's really like crucial, which means the regular order table that you have within ClickFunnels doesn't get the job done for you to be legally compliant with the e-commerce regulations within Europe. Yeah. Now it doesn't stop there, because you cannot call your button, yes, I want this amazing offer now. There's also a regulation. It's called the button solution. Yeah. That provides you with a couple of different phrasings that you're allowed to use. And if we translate them, because I know them only in German by heart, because most of my customers and clients are in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, or have been. Yeah. And there it would translate to order now with the obligation to pay. Yeah. So roughly like that. So even there, your buttons need to be named in a way that every idiot understands that by clicking this button, he is obliged to pay this order. He's entering the contract with you. Yeah. Now we go, we get to something else, like the upsell pages, which is one of the greatest features of ClickFunnels. Yeah. Where you have a button, yes, I want this amazing thing now. Now there's multiple reasons why this is not legal within Europe. In my opinion, again, not legal advice, just my opinion. Yeah. It simply is because you need to provide, as we talked before, a table that summarizes all the products and the attributes, the major attributes of like what it contains. And you need to follow the button solution, and the button needs to be named, yes, I want to pay this, or I want to order this now, and I know it obliges me to pay for this. Yeah. So it will not convert as well as yes, I want to take advantage of this super discount. Yeah. And again, when you say like, okay, usually my one-on-one coaching is $300, but you can book an hour with me now for only like $47, you're only allowed to use this comparison for 4 weeks. If you do it longer, you can get in trouble. Yeah. Again, like there you need to keep in mind, you only get in trouble if one of your competitors actually takes legal action against you, but this can get like nasty depending on how much you do wrong. Yeah. And So those are the major things, yeah, like the why like ClickFunnels within Europe for a lot of purposes does not work. I mean, it will work, but the results will be worse. So your problem will be that in the end, you will need to create every funnel twice, once for Europe and once for outside of Europe, because with outside of Europe, you want to take advantage of the clickbaity titles, of the value comparisons and everything, which means you need to host your domain somewhere where your DNS management allows you to use geolocation, meaning when somebody enters myfunnel.com, people from Europe go to this funnel and people outside Europe go to that funnel, which with ClickFunnels is technically not that easy to do, to be honest. Yeah, so there's a lot of really a lot of restrictions and regulations that make ClickFunnels a nightmare within Europe. It's like easy if you just set up something like book a call or book a webinar or stuff like that, but other than that, it was the main reason. Like I, for myself, again, like now I'm almost 15 years in e-commerce online marketing, and I worked my way up from being a web developer to being like CTO of huge companies. So like I know the developer side, I know the consultant side, I know the like not only like industry side, but like huge corporation side with like like sub companies or holding with companies in like US, Poland, Germany, UK, and so on. Yeah, so I know the aspects from every side, and I have a client base of 200 small and middle-sized and some bigger companies I could go back to and market ClickFunnels to within Germany, Austria, and Europe. And not all of them, but some of them are aware of my knowledge and follow my advice, or at least will consider it very strongly. So for me, making a dream car award come true, that would be like sending out an email, scheduling calls with those CEOs and managing directors that I know, and just like showing them why they should do it. And I would get that dream car award. But why am I not doing this? Why I'm building like a completely new audience and following from scratch in US or outside of Europe? Because it's not worth the hassle dealing with European regulations. It's like, then obviously you have cookie notice and stuff like that, which is easily to comply with, but there are so many regulations that's gonna make it horrible to you. Yeah, like one of the major things is like what we do with lead pages, or what you're gonna do with the squeeze page you, for example, build in the One Funnel Away challenge, is you're gonna say, give me your email address, you're gonna get that free ebook. You're not allowed to do stuff like that within Europe. Like you're not allowed to like basically bribe people to like or make it a condition. You say to get a free book, you cannot make it a condition for them to give you anything. Yeah, meaning you would need on the squeeze page, visible for them, provide a way for them to get that ebook without giving you the email address. Yeah, there is a website that focuses on collecting donations, or like buy your random tickets and you can win a Lamborghini or stuff like that. And even that page, people pay like $50 for tickets and stuff like that. And on every of their offers, at the bottom, they have a link like, obviously you can also get this without opting in or paying any money. And there you can just enter your email address and you will get one ticket for free. Yeah, because they're legally obliged to do so for the European market. Yeah, and that's not, they are not even following the law, because if some competition would be out there, they could just like take legal action against them, because that link is so well hidden that you have to search for it. Yeah, so that's a quick breakdown. If you still want to go ahead and be active within Europe, I encourage you, book like a free 15 minutes call with me, and just outline your offer to me, and I will provide you with like what you need to take care of, other than the things we mentioned, and how you can handle it best. But overall, if you have the option to market outside of Europe, like do that. Like really, once you make money with your funnels and you have money to pay 300 euro per hour to a professional lawyer, then you can consider tapping into the EU market with your own funnel or stuff like that. Thanks for watching this. I hope this helped all of you that considered Europe as a great opportunity. Yeah, talk to you soon with one of my other videos, or yeah, with the chat, comments, or whatever. Thanks for watching. Till then, bye bye.